So today's push day. Gonna hit chest, triceps, side delts, the works. But I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do today. So today I'm gonna just give you some tips, my beginner mobile detailing tips that I've had firsthand experience doing clients' cars. Tip number one I would give is setting client expectations. I think a lot of clients expect to almost have a pristine car because they might not understand everything. They don't understand water spot etching. They don't understand, scratch marks on trim. They don't understand faded trim. Really, setting expectations is one of the biggest tips that I could give for mobile detailing. You can make a car perfect. It just is going to take a little while. I think setting expectations, letting them know what's really going to happen, telling them, how long it's probably going to take, whether you take a while, take a little bit. I take a while because of how new I am. Number two, another thing that I had struggled with is workflow. Parking my truck super far away from the client has really hurt me. So what I do now is I pull everything that I can out, make it as portable as possible, and set it on this little, scaffolding ladder table thing so that I don't have to take as many steps, because you waste so much time going back and forth to your car. It's much better to just have it right there next to you, within 5 steps. If you can pull your truck within 5 steps, I think that's good. 5 to 10, even 10's pushing it, but that has been another thing. Number 3 would be actual workflow. So top to bottom has been helping me, but my biggest struggle is always going to be the interior. Interior is where I am the slowest. I can do the exterior really fast. I understand what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. But interior is always where I struggle. And really, until recently, I didn't figure out a good way to have good workflow in the interior, and I'm going to tell you. So my first thing I do is I take my Tornador with some compressed air and I blow cracks, crevices out, working from the top down, because what your goal is everything that you work above is going to fall down, and then you're going to get all the last of it at the end. Go around the whole car. I normally go from back to front, but so let's say now you're onto the vacuum, and I go back to front and just do a basic vacuum. Your goal is not to get everything on the first go, because what's going to happen when you clean those cup holders? Something's going to fall on the ground. What's going to happen when you're doing the dust on the dash? Maybe there's something up there and it's going to fall again. Don't waste your time trying to chase perfection on the first vacuum pass. And then next, I start from the driver's seat and I work my way around. You sit in the seat and you do the stuff in front of you. You don't even worry about the floor. You don't worry about the pedals. It's literally top down. You might start with the mirrors here. Some people start with the doors first, which I would recommend if you just got done washing it, because you're doing the door jambs already. Go from the driver's seat to the one behind you, and you go around in a counterclockwise. Now, after that, you come back, get all the heavy duty stains, maybe the cup holders. You spend your time getting the stuff that takes a little bit longer. Once you've done that, you go to the carpets, maybe the floors, lower areas of the vehicle, maybe clean the pedals. Don't put greaser on the pedals. Lastly, you clean the floor mats, which you should have taken out in the beginning. I should have said that, but I'm still very slow. It takes me a long time to do this stuff, but I'm going to get better with time, and my explanations will get better and I will understand what I'm doing better. Water is the biggest thing. If you're not drinking enough water within about 2 to 3 hours, I would say that you're already going to be sun faded. You're going to be working slower. Everything's going to take longer, and time's going to go by just like that. And you're probably not going to be doing as efficiently of a job. I still struggle with this. I normally go through my water super fast. I think I'm going to try to get a cooler. And it's hard, when you're sitting there and you got foam drying on a car, you can't just stop and take a drink. So I'm still figuring that one out. Number 5. Setting your appointments earlier always helps. I get it. Clients want to set appointments at about 11, 10, when they're comfortable. But definitely try to push for a little bit earlier, because the hotter those panels are, the longer and harder your job is. Sometimes it's just, you just deal with it, you get through it. If they have a garage, tell them to keep it in the garage till you're there. If they have a big tree, you could go under the tree. Just try your best with that. You don't need as much as you think you do. I currently just use a hose, like a 50-foot hose and a 50-foot cord, and I've been getting business and getting clients. Everybody thinks you got to spend $2,000 just to get a setup, and you really don't. I think my total setup was maybe $500, and I probably made a little over $1,000 in total, which is good. I'm already net profit, which is crazy. Some businesses don't get net profit for a long time, and that's okay, but I'm just telling you that Don't worry about having the best stuff, just know what you really need. Another thing is document. The biggest thing that I see a lot of beginners is that they don't feel that they need to document. Documenting your work, showing proof of what you do builds trust, and also maybe even showing who you are. You know how many businesses I see that I don't even know who the owners are, and I'm supposed to trust you with my $30,000 to $100,000 car? Your goal as a business is to build brand and build trust. Attention is currency in this current world. Do with that as you wish. My biggest recommendation is to always try to be honest with your customers. I know in the beginning, if you break something, it's scary because you might not have enough money to fix it, or you don't have insurance, or you're not an LLC, you're just a sole proprietor, or whatever it might be. It's scary because you're going to damage something on a car at some point, and that's just the honest truth. I think every single detailer has, whether it's just a broken windshield wiper, maybe you got a little crazy with the drill brush, scratched a little bit of the plastic interior, broke a little clip somewhere, just be honest with your customers. I think they would value, and even if you have to pay for it and fix it, they're probably gonna book with you again because you were honest with them. Building rapport is something that I really struggle with as well. I'm not a very good talkative person, so sometimes communicating and building a relationship with my customers is something I really struggle with. From a tip that I got from another mobile detailer was just to ask questions, but not in like a sense, because like people can sniff when you're being, how do I say this? When somebody's like over complimenting you and you're like, wow, this is so fake. People can sniff that out, but if you're just genuinely curious about someone's life, that's different. So asking questions, how long have you had the car? You might even compliment the car. You might like the engine. You might like something about it. There's a special thing that maybe that they don't know, like Alfa Romeo. There's a little person getting eaten by the serpent. Most people don't know that. Maybe a little history about the car you could talk about. You'll find a little bit of a way to communicate with your customers better. That's it. That's all I got. I sat here for 18 minutes talking straight to the camera. Probably gonna cut it down to I don't know, hopefully 5 to 10. And I think that'll be it for today, guys. Push day and my beginner mobile detailing tips. So, all right. Thank you.